Hello everyone. Just painted that roll path deep elf, so I'm not very good at this. To do this for the first time, so you get to see my shiny bald head, the madness of the bedroom. Won't be on for long. Just suddenly thought I was going to go on house party with my daughter, but she wasn't answering, so I thought, well, let's show the old school world the me. Hope everyone's all right. You're distancing, and if you do have to go out, and also, what's that thing? Quarantine. Just stay at home. Stay at home where you can. It's not easy. I had to take one munchkin to a medical appointment, and it's amazing how quiet the world is out there. So I'm just undercoating in foundry paint. The first coat, it's the Boneyard, which is my favourite for doing cream, white linens, that sort of thing. Not sure if a dark elf or a deep elf, whichever one it was marked, I should be wearing cream sleeves, but you know, this is fantasy after all. I'm sure Jacob would forgive me. It's such a damn nice figure. The face, I've done the face, redone the face. Oh, where's the thing there? Can you see that? Does that focus? No, it doesn't focus, does it? No, it doesn't focus. You can't really see it. Probably a good job. The eyes are a lot better than they were, but they're not the most fantastic. So yes, I finished that roll part of The Hobbit this morning. I thought I'd do this one, and then I'm going to be finishing off a couple of... there you go, can you see that? I think I see a Eureka Trojan, a Old Glory Trojan. Then we do have Dragon Tooth. Can't remember which one she is offhand now. And Dragon Tooth again. Dragon Tooth. Dragon Tooth. And what else have we got? Oh, 40k piece. Just on the phone, bunny. 40k piece. An old wizard. Citadel was a rather nice piece. What else? So what's that, Tim? Wallpaper. That was actually in when I moved in, mate. And unfortunately, put all the figures and everything in the room. So this room is never going to be decorated ever. What else have I got on here? A couple of more Dragon Tooth mounted Dubris. Most of the Dragon Tooth stuff's been half painted for about 10 years, mind. And of course, sneak on my own Kev Adams Dead God. Woo, coming to a Kickstarter in April. What else? There is a Hinchliff giant of some sort. Oops, don't forget your Seraphim Sepia Citadel. Best thing ever. Absolute best thing ever. Oh, the only other one which I really need to finish is this Dragon Tooth Demon. Ooh, spooky scary. I'm not really persevering too well with this, am I? It's really weird trying to think of what to talk about when you're actually being filmed. You quite often think in interviews, people go, oh, hi Vincenzo, how you doing? Hi Steve. Who else have we got? Second, my daughter wants to talk now on house party. She blew it. Absolutely blew it.
Can I have one of those marshmallow things?
Yes, you can. Yeah. Sorry, daughter after some marshmallow sweetie things. Right, that's that done. Not particularly well. I'm leaving half of the colours on, I think. But now I've done his hair that colour. What I liked earlier on with the roll part of The Hobbit, I used black base, but then I used a teal blue with a little bit of black in as highlights. It's like these. You remember Robert E. Howard and Conan always talking about his smouldering blue eyes. Hi Richard. Hi Matt. So I thought, yeah, highlight black with blue. And it kind of works. Again, you couldn't really make it out on that terrible photograph I took earlier on. what are we going to do next? We'll do the second coat, I think. Bit by bit by bit by bit. Oh, there's also one Dragon Tooth Gelman. These are possibly the worst sculpted miniatures in the world. But I'm missing whatever it is he's meant to be holding in his right hand. Which I must have somewhere, but I can't find it. And I thought, I need to finish that one. That's, again, one of those that's been getting painted for about 10 years. As people that know me and have been around here will appreciate. It's I start stuff and then I just dump it into a work in progress box, which is the way I do things. I don't mean to. It's just idiocy at work. So I think I get onto a project and I think, great, let's go for it. And then lo and behold, you see something else. It's that old shiny. So look. Hi, David. Oops, my dog has just appeared in the room. The hound is a absolute bundle of joy at the moment. I'm only allowed to take her for one walk a day, so we tend to have a reasonably long walk in the morning. I'll say then the only time I was out today was, as I say, taking Munchkin to a medical thing and then shopping. Apart from that, it's a case of being not stuck in it. Yes, it is being stuck, but there's so much to do. So much stuff to paint. I could, as mentioned before by Tim, I could start decorating really, but this room is never going to be decorated, ever whatsoever. Matt, it's that wallpaper is just the business. In fact, when I first moved in, I think it was my nephew had actually just put that on his wall, so it's obviously still available somewhere. A very, very strange thing. So that's just some highlights on the Elfie thing. Terrible camera on this phone. Blame the camera. So I should be putting the tops on, shouldn't I, really? In fact, I'll put these ones back. There's no way you're seeing the rest of the desk. It is the total mess. I'm also picked up on a job lot irregular miniatures. I think I put a picture on it somewhere. Bear, jester, and like a lord and a young man. And again, they're horses for courses, but they're coming along because, again, you can't really see it. And it's awful sculpts, unfortunately. But not awful. They have their things. Some people love them, some people hate them. I thought I'd paint them, but I think they'll probably end up going into the whip box again. Pop a couple of highlights on there. The third colour, that's the Foundry Triad, which basically most of the stuff I use tends to be Foundry Triads. Unfortunately, some of them they were on offer donkeys years ago when they had a different management team, and I bought some cheap ones, and there was basically 90% water. Absolutely bloody awful. Hi, William. Oh dear. Ow. You blew my concentration. So suddenly, off we go. Come on. Damn you. Stupid figures. Don't know what everyone else is painting at the moment, but it's good to keep it going. And I just thought, yeah, make it live, stream it live. So that's kind of, it doesn't look, oh, again, you won't be able to see it. I'll have to do photographs later when I've done it all. Hi, Moses. Hi, Mick. What have we got here? Right, I would need to undercoat. Oh, I say undercoat. Just get black his head thing. So you can never think of words. Alzheimer's connected with alcoholism isn't a great bedfellow, I'm afraid. It's not a she, it's a he, isn't it? Because I always think the thing about Tom Myers' work, it's just so fantastically fine. But so often it's not compatible with other ranges, which tend to be more of a hi Cal, far more chunky thing. If you put a dragon tooth and Rob Parker together, it's just like, no, that is not going to work. A bit more black on there. Or should I just black the whole hair? Yes, I'll black the whole hair and then do it with that blue I was talking about before. Yeah, I really enjoy using the foundry paints. I bought a few, Colour Party? Coat d'Arms. I bought their a bronze triad and absolute waste of space. I don't know if I just got a bad batch, but they just didn't mix at all. Absolutely awful. So I tend to stick with foundry, although I use quite a lot of craft paints as well. Those can be very good, especially in metallics. A lot cheaper overall. Cacodemons, go for it, Mortis. We need more people painting. Now, what I'm worried about at the moment is I keep putting my finger on the top, and the feather keeps bending over. So I don't know my own strength, but that's not exactly what I mean. Come on. Got to black the base as well. One interesting thing, when I do the slaughter bases, I always fill, well, 90% of the time, I fill the slaughter in with filler as well. Does anyone else do that? Hi, Mark. Yeah, does anyone else fill the slaughter in? Is it just me being completely and utterly anal? I don't know, but I never spend enough time on base. I see some of them you guys post, and it's just like, oh my god, they're so good. 1 second, let's get rid of that. Yeah, Vincenz, I'm terrible mass painting. I've tried. I think the last time I mass painted, was David's Northumbrian Tin Soldier Night Folk, and I did about 10 or 12 of them at a time. Cork and blue tack, good idea. Hey, hi Matthew, hello. What's that? I use a matchstick to fill the slot gap. Good idea actually. Mind you, it's probably more fiddly for me doing it that way than it is just when I do the base on the top, and then I just turn it over and I flip it on there. Just something. Do we ever look at underneath figure things? Not really, especially not me because I don't game. It's all to do. What's that? Sig papers and super glue. Neat idea. So, what is that? Oh, I think trying to work out what is underneath his helm there. It's a strap. So the bow goes onto here. There we go. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, I'm just overpainting most of the stuff now in black. Always undercoat in black myself, because then you can basically, it gives a nice demarcation point. But as everyone knows, I'm just a painter, not an artist as such. I just some of the pictures I see, the artwork, especially Dark Sword, yeah, Parkinson Masterworks and all that sort of thing. The artists they use, just absolutely, just blows me away. Absolutely blows me away. Oh, tell you what I did get. Green Stuff World do etch brass symbols. You might be able to see them there. They're absolutely diddy, but they're absolutely fantastic. I've not used a single one yet. I've got Roman numerals, fleur-de-lis, and chaos symbols, which are, in theory, I'll be using them all. They do dwarf runes, but that was sold out. It's been sold out ever since. Every time I go on to have a look. But great little idea, and I don't think that expensive. I think about £4 or £5 a set, and there's God knows how many in there. And if I if I use one of them, I'll be happy. But it's like buying figures. It's shiny. You get these Facebook adverts coming up, and hi Tim. It's like, oh, shiny. Thanks Facebook. More money gone. I'm hoping to get them a refund. Hoping so. I put not a room. Avanti of refunding the return tickets on the train. I think I'm just going to transfer to it to next year. Must find out what date Salute is. Because I got a double room for 2 nights was 49 quid. And it was like, how much? For 2, that's for 2 nights. So I don't think I'll get that again next year. So I think I'll just rebook it to next year's Salute. The problem is that going, I booked Virgin trains, and you cannot get through to Virgin at all. Because obviously they don't do trains anymore, so they don't give a damn. The telephone number, they're just too busy. I can't remember I'll have to phone again and again and again. Because Avanti aren't going to refund the Virgin Trains ones. But, you know, whatever. Hi, Mud. Hi, Steve. Yes, see if we can do this. I tend to put far too much paint on the brush so it holds a bunch. Anyone else use that wet palette thing? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing, Mark. Try and get the booking. Oh, do you mean the Virgin one? Or the hotel, Mark? If it's the hotel, that's what I'm thinking of doing in my very confused, rambling way. I've been using Citadel Black recently because they had that cheap was it a 40k magazine or something? It had 3 paints in it, so I bought 2 of those. Yay! Right, so do I stick with that? No, I'm gonna have to black the his wrist covering things. Gloves, are they? What would you call them? I don't know. What would you call these fancy gloves? Yeah, I'll grey them. Purple goes well as well with black, doesn't it? Might do some purple. I'll have to do, if I ever finish the figure, I'll have to do some photographs because it doesn't focus very well on when you're doing a live video. And as Jinfred has said earlier, my photography technique is being blown, possibly by the fact I use a blue background, which was fine with my old phone, Motorola something or another that a mate gave me when I blew my iPhone. But I bought a new iPhone, well, new to me iPhone off a mate of a mate. And the phone's great, it's just the camera doesn't seem as good. But I shall try white backgrounds, because apparently blue confuses the camera. So I should have just completely you right, bunny? So my daughter wants to be live on Old School Miniatures. Yeah, the hound is asleep by the side of my bed. She goes to sleep downstairs, and then at some point in the night she crawls upstairs and goes to sleep on one of my jumpers. It's just the sort of thing you do. Braces. Aren't braces more a thing if it's a metal armament? But I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm really buggering this up. I'm a bloke, I can't multitask. Clean that brush. And where's a larger brush? Just to pop some black on the base. Again, doing the bit underneath, far too anal, but you know. Something to do to while away the time. I think it was Pete at the Assault Group, good old Pete Brown, who does all my mould making, incidentally. He started doing a live broadcast, and I think that's probably what got my mind on it. So, well done, Pete. I've missed both of them live, but I watched the recordings afterwards. And top chap that, if you don't know. Well, doodly-doo. What's everyone else painting at the moment? Anything interesting? Or is the weather keeping you outside? Obviously in your own gardens. Just blacking the base. Right, that's almost enough black, I think. Oh, no, not just that. Diddly-doo. Come on, you. Oh, I'm going to have to touch up that white somewhere. Damn it. Damn. Oh. Now, how annoying is it when you try to do something with a larger brush and then that realisation as the brush touches the place you don't want it to because it's a larger brush. So we then try and find the smaller brush for a little bit of black. Come on, baby. You know, comedy, thy name is Dave. So get in there, you just... There you go. Right, I can touch that up afterwards. Get that there, get rid of that. Yeah, that'll do. Right. Oh, better put it on there. Ah! I've noticed it's got a dagger there. Clutching a dagger. Typical Tom Meyer, excessive detailing. I just remember when I first saw his miniatures back in, well, it would have been the 70s when Wargame Publications Scotland imported them, and they were 50p each. And that's back in the 70s. That was 10 bob. A hell of a lot of money, but I bought a few of them, including the Conan, which is a classic figure. But his hand was just wrong, completely wrong. Never understood why his hand was sculpted that way. I must ask Jacob actually if he knows it. And I was just you black the base and then you go and knock it. The thing about the filler I use, which is just bog standard, is that all put backwards to me. Hi Alice, how you doing, mate? Hi Mark. Not heard anything about boilers yet. I'm sure there must be something on. Oh no, did what's his name put something on it about they're going to postpone it? Oh, can't think. They're going to check on, look up on Boyle later on. I'm sure. Can't think of his name. Oh, mostly useless. Hi Matthew, you're right, mate. The guy that helps run it when he's when we're there. Again, memory and alcohol. No, never mix them. Right, I'm going to do, I think, purple. So, but what I will use, I can use Lich Purple, which is one of an old one, a Citadel one, GW one I found the other day, or go on to Foundry Deep Mauve. Yeah, okay, Foundry Deep Mauve. I'll keep the Boneyard highlight one open because I can use it to mix it. Hiya, Jim. Yeah, brush licking is a refined art. I wouldn't recommend it if you're doing enamels, obviously, or oils. But acrylics are non-toxic in theory. If anyone knows differently, please tell me because I've been doing it. All good, cheers, Matthew. Second. Yes, this is going to be the right colour, I think. Yes. Trying to talk and concentrate at the same time is not the easiest thing in the world. I remember watching Annie Norman, Dice Bag Lady, a wonderful woman, doing this, and it's great to watch. Trying to paint figures, she's got far better a real camera, so I'm just using my phone. See you later, Cal. Post pictures. The dog is seriously not interested. As long as she's there, I suppose she feels quite content. I'm using only a smaller brush, a 000 Javis Pure Sable. I think most people say that the better your brush is, the better the result. But there's also ability comes into it, which is why, as I say, I class myself as a painter, not an artist. Those 40mm Persians I did. I'd love to see them painted by somebody who can really paint designs and such like. Again, going back to the Dark Sword painters, some of the sort of tapestry-like creations they do on their those figures. Jim Ludwig, isn't it? Sorry, who owns the dark sword, I think anyway. So actually, I'm looking there. There's an undergarment as well. Things you miss when you're looking at a figure, and then I'm doing purple. Oh yeah, again you can't really see it, can you? No, well. But then where this garment, the main garment ends, he's got an undergarment trailing on the floor, so that needs. I can't do it. I was going to say I'll do it the boneyard colour again, the cream, but not really the colour you're going to have on the floor, is it? I could have done it the other way around, couldn't I? Oh well, life goes on. Yes, totally love these minis. What was I saying before? Oh yes, Wargame Publications Scotland Limited. First imported them, just gobsmacked, completely and utterly gobsmacked at the detail, and then comparing them to the sort of minifiction and Hinchliffe standards at the time. Brush soap. I did use the brush soap. Can't remember who recommended it, but I've God knows where it is now. Yeah, it's one of the collector series. I think I put a pic on the group earlier on of my literally must be 40-year-old paint job, because what now 2020, so it was pre 1980s. So it's probably even longer. Jesus wept. My God, yeah, because that'll probably it'll be late 70s, won't it? The CS range when I first got them, and then your half painted figure, and then it just carries on with you. Right, so I've done that purple. No, not quite that purple yet. Good. Right, that's that purple. I wonder if I should put. No, I can't do that purple with that. So that's got to be a contrasting colour. So I've got cream. I've got that. Would green go? Hey, Jack. What goes with green, black? Grey? Yes, we can do grey. We can do grey, so I just do the bottom bit in more black to tidy up that line at the base. Yeah, and to say the thing with Tom, it's like, I just say, how has he got the level of detail? I think it was the Demon of Evil Law when that one came out, and I was just looking at the extra details, like the gargoyle greaves and things. I was like, how? Hey, these glasses are great. I've got loads of them. These are my real glasses, and these are prescription bottom ones. It'd be funny if there's a run on things like that, wouldn't there? Everybody thinking, oh my God, modelling glasses, we need them. Right, what did I say before? Grey. So that's done there. I'll put the second, or shall I cheat and I'll just use the mix the white. It should get a wet palette. Tony Yates was extolling the virtues of a wet palette the other day, which I should take note, because he's an esteemed buddy of mine. Right, so I'm just going lightly over the previous colour. I think all this blending and everything like that, I'll say I haven't got the time for it, what else am I doing? I suppose it's a technique, no, not for me. Painting to a nice tabletop standard, it's what I like. The thing that always gets me is eyes. Eyes, absolutely, well, as they say, there's a soul of a miniature. If you've got googly eyes on your miniature, I want to cry. But even on this one, I've not done a brilliant job. I think the older I get, the worse it gets. Better not to paint them and just have deep recesses. If you're using them for just tabletop type stuff, you're not looking that close anyway. So just a kind of shaded, little shaded part would be make more sense. There we go. Come on. This is a an interesting work surface on those old Games Workshop MDF things, and it's just yucked in paint. Hi, Brian. I suppose you could say licking the brush is a wet palette, in a sense. But no, okay, not really. It's just not working. Come on. That's too light. A little bit more purple into that one. I thought it was great when Citadel first got the license to produce Ralpatha. Just, obviously price come down and availability. That was a wow moment. I actually used to paint quite a few. I'm exaggerating, quite a few. I just painted a reasonable amount. And I had the giant goblin catapult thing, the big skull at the front. And it was... I've tried pens, I just can't get used to them, Jim. So I tend to paint black, then try and paint the white. And once I've got that, then I do black again to try and make it look more like an almond-shaped eye. And then I do the flesh above and below. Probably one of the reasons I don't paint that many. It is life, sir. Now, shall I do... Yes, I'll do his gloves in the purple. If the gloves... 1 second. Come on, you. Yeah. It's a shame the quiver isn't relatively flat, as I would like to have used one of those etched brass rune things. But I'm sure I can find another figure to do it on. I am determined to finish this figure at some point today. Although I do have to go around soon to get the cook for the children, which is frozen food tonight rather than fresh, because I thought we had room in the freezer, so I bought a couple of packs of burgers, one vegetarian, and of course there is no room in the freezer. Only small, in the fridge freezer. No panic buying here. Just wanting to stock up on what we've eaten, sort of thing. I don't think hello, Tom. What would be real hoot if Tom Mear could join Old School Maze. It would be rather good. He's probably far too busy because he works in the toy industry, I believe, now, making lots more money. It's one of the most talented guys in the industry, in my humble opinion. Mind you, was it Cliff Sanderson? Did they work for Superior Miniatures? Was it Cliff Sanderson? No, it wasn't Cliff Sanderson. Ray Lamb. There was a Ray Lamb, I think. His stuff is just awesome. The main thing about Superior Miniatures is why did they put them 3 in a pack? Was it just for retailers? Because the only time I was in the States, they were on the shelves as in packs, the packs of 3. It was a case of each wizard pose. Why would you buy 3 of one wizard? But each to their own. Of course, you can get a heck of a lot of the old Ray Lamb stuff, including larger scale, from Perth Pewter these days. And if you ask nicely, they'll pop it in white metal or hobby metal as opposed to pewter, therefore reducing the costs substantially. I did want the guy, was it one of the guys that started up Superior or Perth Pewter back in the day was called John Carter, which I always found quite amusing. Me having a penchant for John Carter stuff. The movie, I love the movie. I've got to say I did love the movie. What I didn't like was the Baby Green Martians and Waller, the Martian dog. That was catering to a daft crowd. But it should have been a much better success. And the fact that there weren't any or many toys out for it is a crime. I mean, literally a crime of the century. We could have had so many wonderful bits and pieces. Hi, Steve. I'm basically kind of butchering this dark elf. Might look better at some point. Come on, a little bit of cream onto the purple. Highlight those fingers if I can. Yep, so I'm just trying to concentrate. When trying to do the fingers, I tend to end up almost dry brushing across. Asylum? Asylum version what? Sorry, Moses. Just giving a couple of little... So I'm just trying to do... Ah! Damn it. Trying to be clever and do some highlights and then bugger it all up. Right, okay, so a little bit more of that. Problem is this light is not a bad light, but it's very, very warm. So your paints tend to dry too quickly. Hence think about a wet palette maybe. Oh, come on, baby. Right, that's that done. Pop that one in there. Princess of Mars, was that the one with the ex-porn actress? Whose name obviously I wouldn't know. If that's the one you think I've seen about the first 20 minutes before giving up. Because it was not atrocious, it was just pretty poor. 1 second, black. Oh, just mix these two here, I think. Black and cream, make a more interesting grey. Slightly darker, please. Where are you? I just missed it. One thing having such a terrible attention span, I'll mix paint, look up the figure, and then just forget what I've been doing. And by the time I remember, the little bit of paint I've mixed on the desk is dried. But, you know, that's old age, as I say. Hi, Simon. Vincenzo, on this I'm just doing, as it were, normal human type, rather than having it as a dark elf. That's, I think because 40 odd years ago I'd come to that decision. Trying to do his shoulder thingies. Epaulets? Would they be epaulets? No, I don't know. Yeah. So I just want to concentrate on that bit a bit. That bit a bit. And that bit a little. English not my language is. Sometimes you dip on your tongue, you actually get a load of paint on it rather than like the little bit, and it's like you realise why you shouldn't be doing that. Especially with what's that? Devil and Mud. Oh my god, Devil and Mud, the Games Workshop wash. It is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But again, I used to love Devil and Mud. Cold Feet, Stone Cold Dead. Who's that guy? He always swore by Devil and Mud. So I tried it, and my figures still didn't look like his. But he's an exceptional painter. Simon something. I think. It's either Simon or David. Oh, who knows? Who knows? Right, so that's that done. Oh, damn, I didn't black that bit, so. Just getting rid of that bit of red. I have the time to hide mistakes when what you should be doing is starting that area over again. But no. I'll make one day, mate. You should come over and I'll take you through the collection. Yeah, not a great taste though. Right, what's that? That's the dagger holder scabbard. Right, it's beginning to look as if I'm painting a figure now. Not brilliantly. Oh, what's that? I've not done the bottom bit of the dress. So I need a little bit more. Come on, you. It's got very pixie-like shoes on with those curly bits, you know, like classical Pinocchio style elves. Pinocchio, Disney style elves. This is going to require a lot of touching up. My concentration span is going. It's funny, they're not going. Oh, something's going. I don't know. As I say, English is meant to be my first language, but sometimes it's embarrassing. Happy Little Accents, nice one, Morris. I think I'll go with that. I don't know if you hear my daughter laughing somewhere in the house. Always nice to hear them laughing rather than screaming at each other. Hey, mate. Let's have a look. Right. That's really, really badly done. So what colour shoes? Oh, you can have purple. Get the purple out again. That's the light purple, deep mauve. Another thing I found recently is the lids of paints cracking due to plastic fatigue, and I've just got purple all over me, as you can see. Hello. Great. Yeah, loads of them. Got a bunch of tops off Jamie Loft, and I'll slowly be replacing them. You know, old school minis. They, I don't think how much they were very much, but replacing them. Potential for all big accidents when you're replacing them because they're a bugger to put on. Absolute bugger. Now, which bit was I doing? Oh yeah, the pixie shoes. And you know what? I didn't clean that up 40 years ago properly, so there's a mould line on the shoe. Curse you! Someone was talking the other day about people not cleaning figures up properly, and then spending God knows how long painting these marvellous figures, and you're looking at it and you see these mould lines and wonder why they didn't clean it off. And it's a case of quite often you don't notice until the last minute that you've actually missed a mould line, and then it's a case of just hope and pray that no one notices it, which of course you do. And when I was doing the Otherworld Giant for a game at Salute some years back, it was only when I was about 3/4 of the way through that I'd noticed a mole line somewhere. Oh, it was at the back of his head it was. So I had to file that right down, start again. It was only part of the back of the head, so it wasn't too bad. So if you're going to be great, you're going to be great, you can be great as well. So I'll do the quiver partly grey. I'm not sure what's happening with my daughter though. I think she's FaceTiming somebody or something, or whatever it is they do these days. I've just buggered this up. This is an absolute pain. Right, so we'll start again on that one. The days of having to paint details on minis, and especially minifigs, miniature figurines, absolute pain. Yes, past Dave is he was a lazy bastard. Unlike me, no. Mole lines are an absolute pain. I remember when a company took over the Ralpatha stuff before minifigs. Sorry, yeah. Were they were minifigs, but I think minifigs had been bought by someone. I can't remember who they were. But that's a wonderful Tom Meyer Knight. But unfortunately, the mole line went right across his face, over his eye, and there was just basically nothing you could do. The guy sent me about 3 out, hoping the others would be okay, but no. It's a case of that's another one that never got painted. So you're going to go with that. I'm going to have to wash that afterwards, I think, to get the detail in. A little bit of a highlight spot. Come on, you. So it's no use me showing. I'm just no, you can't. Yeah, because it goes out of focus, doesn't it? No. Now let's change colour. Sometimes I get to a point in a figure where I'm getting fed up with it, so it's always a good time to paint another part of it. And this time the arrows in the quiver, because I think the bow's got to be gold. Bring me my bow of burning gold, etc. Is it burning gold? Something like that. Oh, Steve, you're a star for that, mate. I couldn't restart. If it was that bad that I wanted to restrip it, I think I'd just it'd go back into a whip, work in progress box, and be left there forever. Hi, Brian. Hi, Fernando. I obviously can't say. It was a mounted knight, and it was mounted and foot knight. Actually, thinking back on it, can't have been the eye, because it had a helmet on it. Well, whatever it was basically an impossible to clean up area. And so somewhere I've got, it's either 2 or 3 versions, copies of it. Did he refund me in the end? I can't remember. Can you remember? Now, if I'm doing wood there, I could do... No. Yes. So I was going to do the handle on his dagger. I like to do a few little bits and pieces, rather than just concentrating on one area, because then it becomes tedious. But if you put the base colours on other bits, it starts looking like you're getting somewhere. And that's, for me, when it gets more exciting. I like the initial stage of buying, cleaning up, basing and such, like an undercoating. But then, fine, thanks, Brown. Hope you guys are alright. Yeah, then the chance of me progressing to actually painting the whole thing is often, well, it doesn't happen. But yeah, so I like it to look like I'm getting somewhere. So this guy has got a diadem thing, so that's going to have to be gold. I think the backs of his glove things are going to be gold. So we get out the... I've got so many damn different metallics. In fact, I bought some of the... 18 metallics. I've still not got them. So this is a metallic bronze I use as a base coat for gold sometimes. Also use red. Sorry, like a chestnut colour. Come on, you. Blobber that out. Should be enough. Then here we go. Nice blobby bit on there, and try and draw it along the edge. and just wait for my hand to tremor. And no, oh, hello, baby, come to Papa. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, undercoating's not brilliant. But missing undercoating. Oh. See you soon, Steve. I quite often find that I'm starting to do a little bit of dry brush on hair or whatever, for example, and then of course you suddenly realise that you've missed a fold inside the fold, which is like glaring out at you as white metal or bare metal. Come on. Right, so you can go on there. You can go on there. Just doing the dagger head and handle. Bottom of the scabbard. Nice big blob of metals. I'm very lazy with metals. If I use this one as a base coat, then I'll sometimes highlight in gold. But then I use the what's it called? I showed it before. No, it has gone. What have you gone? You have gone. A Reichland flesh shade or something like that. I'll put it somewhere. Oh, there it is. Seraphim Sepia. It's either that or the Reichland flesh shade or something. Again, the GW wash that I rather like. Which colour was doing? Oh, is it? That's memory. See, memory just disappears. Right, so I'm going to do the diadem. I'm trying to concentrate because one slip and it needs more black. I'm looking at the diadem and it means, wow, one slight slip. I've not done his forehead skin up far enough. Quite often I'll bugger it up and just in the full knowledge that I can complete it properly afterwards by black lining. And now, is that feather piece or is that head piece? It's got to be head piece now, not the front. I actually should go and have a look on the Anwen Metal site, because they'll have a painted version, won't they? Properly painted version, you all shout out. Yes. Right, going to give him a gold bow. Yeah, he's going to have a gold bow. Yeah, or a golden bow. Come on, you. I'll do this, then I'll just give you a quick show around the bedroom collection of miniatures, obviously. So, hope everyone's coping with everything in this weird world we're living in at the moment. I know lots of problems, obviously, if you're self-employed and such like, or just generally employed. I think a lot of people in the UK are going to realise how bad the welfare system is, which they never thought they'd have to touch. You know, let's not get political. This is miniatures. Come on, baby. Let me get this bit done. There we go. Yeah, I was noticing on the Lost Minis wiki. Hi, Sean. On the Lost Minis wiki, one of the latest figures was some what is literally porn by Sanderson. I think Cliff Sanderson. The Lusty Dwarf. There's three of them. There's a Lusty Dwarf, which is a dwarf type being pleasured by a pixie. There's a spit row, shall we say, one, and a flashing dwarf of interesting. The even on the wiki they've not put the full picture up, but I remember seeing them in the Campaigns magazine that I picked up a while back, and of course Kevin over at stunties.com, your one-stop shop for dwarven stuff, was after them, so managed to pick up copies for him from the States, and a mate shipped them over for me. It's interesting. But Monarch, I think they were released under Monarch. Cliff Sanderson's work for Monarch. Had some fantastic stuff. Also very, very risque, like the Rape of Tortuga, the Fall of Rome and such like, and I think Greenwood and Ball did some of them. In fact, right, I've had enough now because my neck is starting to go, which is again one of the reasons I don't paint as much as I should do. Well, I suppose I should get a decent chair, but you could adjust. 21 years in a... Hiya, Pete! Oh, cheers, Pete! Pete just let me know that the palanquins are being sent. I needed more palanquins for... 10-ock palanquins for Yoji in Japan, who's selling them, retailing them for me in Japan. Right, so if I take these glasses off, because these are my close-up ones, put this one back. Yeah, I think as I've shown before. Oh, yes, I know that figure, Jim. These things are absolutely brilliant. I got from Green Stuff World the other day. I've mentioned this earlier on, but for anyone else who's just joined, little brass etching things of fleur-de-lis, elven symbols, chaos symbols, and Roman numerals. So they do dwarf runes, but they didn't have any in. I wanted to use one of the elven ones on this guy, but he's not going to. He's nowhere really for me to put it. But anyway, I'll just turn it around here and give you a quick look at the mess that is my painting table. It's the sneak peek of the 10-ock Triceratops stuff. My painting stuff. I'm doing this. I'm hoping you can see it. I'm not very good at this at all, am I really? And then the mess that is my one part of my storage areas. The stuff like store stuff. Then these are the old. Can we see this? Oh, right. I'm not very good at this at all. Yeah, just all sorts of stuff. Then my again storage stuff, painted stuff. You can see all. Can you see all my noggins and everything and politicos? This is where I keep them. Various stuffs. More various stuffs. That's the family. And down there. Actually, Pete, your Tales of the Northlands is still here. I keep meaning to send it to you. But anyway, that's the madness of my storeroom. So I'm going to disappear now. Hi, Daniel. I hope everything's okay in Belgium. Mortis, you need to do some photographs of your place as well, mate. Right, I'm going to disappear now because I've got to go cook for the children. Oh, and introduce you to the hound. Can you see it? There you go. That's Aria in her place. Don't think there's anything embarrassing I've shown you. Just show you one of the things that Tony Yates did for me. Nogbad with the... 1 second, it's buggering up. Nogbad and... Terry Thomas. Jesus, couldn't think of his name. because we were discussing at Boyle last year, thinking how much he looks like, not that it looks like Terry Thomas. Some people don't agree, but Tony did that for me, so it was great. So, nice chatting to you all. I hope you didn't get too bored, and I'll post some pics later. Bye for now.